Good morning, good morning. This is Jacqueline Richardson, Jackie, Deja, it's JJ Diamond, whatever y'all call me. I hope everyone out there as well. These numbers are going up, so I'm kind of worried, about certain people because, people don't listen. They don't want to wash their hands and keep their face clean, and they be around all kind of people, and they just not listening. And these numbers is like tragic right now, even though they have the vaccine. People can't fall back to try and wait, to see this thing out. Anyway, let's check the weather for Charlotte this morning. Alexa, what's the weather today in Charlotte?
Right now in Charlotte, it's 42 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly sunny skies. Throughout the day, you can expect more of the same, with a high of 50 degrees and a low of 31 degrees.
Before I get into the podcast, I want to talk about a TikToker that I'm on TikTok with. I know y'all see me on TikTok, and she lost her sister, okay? And she's in Virginia, and her sister was in New York, Hempstead, New York. And her sister didn't have insurance. So she's been trying to get money up to pay for her cremation. She actually started out wanting a burial, but it's just too expensive. Burials today can run you anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000. By the time you buy the casket, you buy have the funeral services. Then when you got to get the plot, then you got to get the vote for the plot. It can run you a mint. So she chose to do cremation, which is $3,700. And she's $800 short now. And I'm just asking, for those that's out there, for those that may even live in Hempstead, New York, anybody, just help her. She's been going through this now for about a week and a half, and just a little bit too long. I always felt that, and y'all know I've buried a lot of people, I've always felt anytime over a month sitting in the morgue is just not a good look, it's just not a good feeling for you to know your family members are in the morgue too long, so I just want to throw that out there. I'm feeling a lot of pain for her, if you ask, of course, yes, I've donated. But I can't do it by myself. I have a family as well, and we are not getting any donations in my nonprofit to help a person like her, which she would be a good candidate for my nonprofit. One, her sister's from where I'm from. Two, she lives in Virginia. My kids is in Virginia. So that was my confirmation in helping her, because sometimes God will connect the dots, and you listen to things and you say, well, why, is this happening like this, and what's going on? And sometimes you got to just read between the lines. And this is how God shows us things, So I said, I'm going to help this woman, and I'm going to use my platform to help her, get her sister to rest, and so she can rest, because she's the head of the family. She's like me, she's just like me. I'm the head of my family. So I know what it's like, to have to struggle through something because of a family member, it may not have nothing to do with you, but when you love your family, and you are the head of the family, the one that holds the family together, the one that's the strength of the family, you're going to do whatever it takes, until until you don't rest anymore. You know what I mean? And that's the point she's at. I'm hearing her voice. I'm seeing her face, and I can see the pain, the stress, the overwhelming of this situation. I can see it, because I see her every day on TikTok. So you can tell her mood has changed. You know what I mean? It definitely has changed. Well, I want to give you her Cash App, okay? Her Cash App is hashtag $G, as in God, I, G again, S, 28. Okay, her name is Yvette. She does respond back with thanks, for the donation. And just to let people know, people might even know her sister. They just don't know she passed away. Her name is Jeannie Jackson, and she's from Hempstead, New York. Okay, so yeah, we just asking that you $1, $5, $10. It all adds up so she can get up to that 800 that she needs left to get this thing done and get past it. We're in a new year, and it's already sad that, she had to bring this into the new year, however, she needs to get it done and get it, it'll never go away, in her life, but just get past this portion of it. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just asking y'all if y'all could just send her something, to help her out and for her to get past this thing. And then, it's crazy because she shares my middle name. My name is Jacqueline Yvette Richardson, well, Dowdy Richardson, so it's like so many connections. God is like, help her. So, he pounded in my head. She carries the same name as you, her sister's from New York, the other confirmation was she's in Virginia, and that's where my kids is at, So I'm like, I gotta help this woman. And, it's like these confirmations is just being thrown at me like, oh gosh, so God wants me to help her, and I'm gonna help her on my platform, whatever I can possibly do, financially I've done. And I just need y'all help in helping her get her sister to rest, so that's all I'm asking for today. Y'all can follow her on TikTok for those that is on TikTok and don't that do have a TikTok, I'm sorry, that do have a TikTok. She's under, give me 1 second, and I will tell y'all so y'all can follow her. Oh Lord, don't tell me I lost her page. But her name is Yvette. Let me try to get to her page. And she's been talking about this, and even if you look at her TikToks and she's talking about it, you can actually see, it in her face. Why is all these Yvettes coming up? What is this? Here it is. Her TikTok name is Yvette GIGGLEST. No, I'm sorry. It's Yvette YVETTE GIGGLESSTAY is Yvette I don't know how to say it, y'all. Let's stay. Okay, but I just spelled it for you guys, and again, her Cash App is $GIGGS28. And can y'all hold on for 1 second? I'm getting a call in, and I think I should pick it up. Hello? No, Richardson. That's my grandson. What happened? Okay, what is the new ICAP? The new ICAP is a crisis stabilization program, and he actually is in the program. And I was trying to get in contact with him, but he's not. So his phone number was attached to his file. Okay, yeah, because I'm his grandmother. Yes. Can you give me? I'm on my podcast, and this is like kind of out of this whack, and it's crazy that you're calling because I'm on my podcast. And I was just telling them, and you're calling from Richmond, and I was telling them about a young lady that's trying to bury her sister that's in Virginia, and she's looking for help. She's it's crazy. God is giving me so many confirmations on this, to help this lady. Yes. And she's in Virginia. I don't know exactly what part of Virginia, but her sister's in Hempstead, New York, and she was going to bury her sister, but of course, it costs a lot of money to bury people today. So she chose to cremate, and it's $3,700 to cremate. However, she's got most of the money. She's trying to get up the rest of the money, which is $800. And we've tried to send as much donations as we can, and we're just trying to get the word out, and then here you calling from Richmond, and I'm like, oh my God, here's another confirmation that this woman needs the help, I don't know if you want to help, but if you do, you can take down her Cash App. it would be appreciated. $1, $5, $10, it doesn't matter. She's grateful because she brought this thing from the last year into the new year, and she's trying to just get this done. You know what I mean? Um, oh, okay. Okay. Okay, see, God is wonderful. Isn't God wonderful? This is crazy because I've been looking at this lady for like 3 days, right? And I'm broke myself. I really don't have no money. And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, okay, I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is still going on. And she's trying to get this money. She said, well, I got this much, y'all. I'm just short, this amount of money. And if y'all could just help. And I woke up this morning and the first thing I seen was her. And I'm like, God is coming at me right now. Like, okay, help this woman. And I have a podcast. So I said, I'm going to get on this platform and help her on the podcast, and Facebook or whatever I can possibly do to help this woman get the help to help her sister. You know what I mean? And then here you calling, and I'm like, oh God, there's something happened to my grandkid where I got to, try to get some money up, and then you saying, your company does this type of thing. So I'm telling you, God is amazing. I tell you, he works in amazing ways. It's like crazy, and I keep trying to tell people, y'all need to follow God because he is so amazing how he does things and how he works through people. It's just crazy. Yes. But okay, I'm going to give you her Cash App. And then I want to try to talk to you about Jair because I did speak to him, but he claimed somebody rode off in a car with his phone. Okay. And I'm having these issues contacting him, and like he would hit me up, Mom, I'm hungry. Can you send me $10? And I'll send him, money so he can eat. But I really don't know what's going on with him. So I'm glad that he's taking the initiative to get help. Yeah, yeah. No, this was like a week ago. Yeah. Alexa, dismiss. That you. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay, and he needs that. He definitely needs that. Okay, so I'm okay. 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 Okay, so that's a wonderful thing. That's a wonderful thing. I'm so happy. Now I just got to find him. Okay, that's the thing is finding him. Like I said, he called me 3 days ago. And I sent him money for food. Every number I have, I'm gonna try. Okay, so give me, and I'm gonna take down your number and save it, and I'm gonna try every number I possibly can to try to find this kid, so that way, um, you can help him. I tell you, God is. I got two. I'm happy. I'm so happy this morning. That's two things that God has stepped in and said, I'm going to work on this and get it done. So I'm thankful for you. What's your name? Eric Lund. Okay, with the iCat. Okay. Yeah, because he had told me my phone, mommy. He called me, he said, Ma, because he calls me Ma, even though he's my grandson. He said, Ma, they took my phone. I know you wonder why I'm calling from this number. And I said, yeah. I said, what do you mean? So I left it in this guy's car and he rode off. And I'm like, oh gosh, and now how am I going to get in contact with you? This doesn't make sense. But I have a few 804 numbers that they be calling from. So I'm going to try those numbers and I'm going to see. And if they can get in contact with him, um, hopefully he'll get in contact with you today because I'm going to work on that as soon as I get off my podcast. Okay.
So you can go ahead and try to, give him a call and see if you can reach out to him and
Okay.
call me. But typically, if we don't get in contact with them the first 4 days, we'll have to report discharge service or, just go with another route,
Right.
upon his discharge. But I want to try to help him in that way, because obviously maybe have some phone difficulties. So I let you handle that, and you can just get back with me around like 3 o'clock or 4 to
Uh,
talk.
that's fine. That's fine. And here I want to
You can
give
use
you.
the cash app as well.
Okay, it's $ GIGGS 28. That's G as in God, IGGS 28.
Okay.
That's her cash app.
Okay.
And I'm gonna yeah, her name is Yvette.
You bet.
Yeah, and her sister name that passed away, her name is Jenny Jackson. And if you need any other information, I'll get her number and stuff. And I could. Is this a phone where I could text to?
Yeah, you can text this phone.
Okay.
All right, I got that information now.
Okay.
And I'll see what I can do about that. Tell my company, see what they can do about it.
Okay. And I'm gonna definitely as soon as I get off this podcast, they on hold heard the whole conversation. That's why I didn't reply but so much because we don't want the whole world knowing everything. But I'm glad that that you were able to assist him. And I'm going to, like I said, as soon as I get off this podcast, I'm going to start searching him down, and I will get back to you by at least 3 or 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Eric.
All right, thank you.
And may God continue to bless you.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Wow, y'all. See, this is more confirmation. It's crazy, This woman is from Richmond. My grandson is getting placed so he can get housing. And it's like all coming together, And these are the things that God does when he connects dots, for people to do what he wants them to do. You know what I mean? He makes it happen. This is how he does it, and it's just crazy, Like right now, I have chills in my body because this is what God does. And you have to follow the signs. And when you don't follow the signs, this is when negative comes back to you. And people be wondering, well, why is this negative happening to me? It's because you didn't follow the signs that God was trying to give you. You know what I'm saying? That he woke me up this morning. I get on my TikTok. First thing I see is this woman that I've been looking at for the last week saying, hey, y'all help me, please. I can't do this, and I got all these problems on my back, and I was able to recognize her pain because I'm the same way. I carry the whole family. You know what I mean? So it's like God was like, you know what she's going through. It's like he was like, nudging me in my head. You know what she's going through. Help her. You know what I mean? And then here it is. God said, I got this. I'm gonna help you. You know what I mean? So he already had this lined up. He just needed me to recognize it. So this is the way God works, and I need y'all to start learning that. To follow the signs. Sometimes even when we don't have what we sometimes we'll say to ourselves, and people used to always say, Jackie, how you always out here feeding people and then you can't even feed yourself? Because God told me to, because he's going to give it back to me triple fold. And I would do it. And then here it is. I'll get something good. And I'm like, God is amazing. I didn't even know it was going down like this. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying, people, y'all got to follow the signs of God. We're going to get into the actual podcast this morning. Y'all heard so much, and it's like, it's crazy, and y'all see I got work to do this morning. I got to make a lot of calls because I got to find my grandkid. I don't know where he at, but he's with his family, and that's the main important thing of him being up there with his family. I want him to be with my grandkids. And, his model is, he didn't have his father, so he wants to be there for his kids, and I can appreciate that, sometimes he can do some things that I'd be like, I didn't raise you that way, but the good also comes out as well, and he tries his best, because he wants to be in his kids' life, so. But today I want to talk about being able to accept apologies, people. I know sometimes people would do things that you like, you got to be kidding me. I don't know you. I don't have to accept your apology. And I get it, But once a person can recognize that they've done something wrong, because sometimes we will make mistakes. We are not robots. We're human beings. And we had the tendency to wake up sometime with issues and may lash out on a person, may call a person out their name, may snap, because they may be, they may be going through something. But once they bring it down and they're able to see where they were wrong, because sometimes people don't even see where they were wrong until it's explained to them, and I'm like a mediator, I'm one of those, and I've always been that way. I would try to mediate something and analyze a situation before it gets out of hand, and we take it to a violent state before, let me go back. I try to mediate it and analyze it before it gets to that violent state. Okay, I was a little crossed up in how I was wanting to say things. But sometimes people will get to the violent state first, and then I got to come in and mediate, But when you, especially in the community, when you're going through things with people in the community, don't mean you have to deal with them on a regular basis, but you have to live with them, And when I say live with them, you're not living in the same household, but you got to walk past these people every single day, And in my world, which is, real life world, because, people live in these fake worlds, in my world, when you come out your door, you want to be able to smile, say good morning to a person, even if you don't really deal with them like that. There's nothing wrong with being able to come out your door and say good morning to a person and move on to your mailbox or to the garbage can or whatever the case may be, or good evening, or, what I'm saying, nod ahead. But if you have an animosity against a person, you're going to come out and you're going to get that bad aura because y'all been bickering or whatever the case may be. And you don't want that. You know what I mean? You really don't want that. People think that that's a cool thing, but it's really not. So this particular person has done something to you, and then they was man or woman enough to come to you and apologize. You should be man or woman enough to accept it. Doesn't mean that you have to deal with them. See, that's the difference. Okay, nobody said you had to deal with a person, okay, just because they apologized. Nobody said that you had to forget the situation that we went through. But accepting apology is for you, not for the person that did it. Okay, you're the one that's holding the pain. You're the one that's how can I say it? You're going to deal with that mood of what they did to you because you didn't want to accept their apology. Okay, I try to tell people all the time, love you first. Okay, and sometimes they feel like loving them is saying, hey, I don't have to accept the apology. But that's not loving you. Okay, all that's saying is that you're holding on to that grudge. They undid their part. They unfulfilled their needs to God. And that was apologize. But now it's time for you to let it go. But God didn't say you had to deal with them. You're just allowing it to sink into them that what they've done wrong, and they could have came in a better way at you or to you. Okay? And then sometimes people get into arguments and then they become the best of friends. They're inseparable once they learn each other's ways. So it can happen all kind of ways, people, but you do have to learn to let things go, and be free, because your soul banks on all that negativity every single day. Okay, that your body, this is how people get high blood pressure, stress, strokes, and all that stuff. When you be holding grudges from things that, people have done to you. People are human beings and they're going to make mistakes. Now, when a person keeps constantly doing things over and over, you may not accept their apology, but you know you got to move on. Okay? Because it's called a person, well, I'm trying to think of the name they call it, y'all, but they repeating the same act. Okay? And when a person keep repeating the same act, that means that they don't care about what they're doing. Okay? And that's just my theory of it. Okay? I'm not saying that I'm wrong or I'm right. I'm just saying that it's my theory of it. If I constantly tell you, that's like, okay, when it's a kid, you tell a kid, okay, they're playing with their toys. Make sure you put your toys in that box when you're done playing with them. Okay, and then they finish playing and then they get up and go. And what you're supposed to do, that's a child. They're in training. So you're teaching them to do what they're supposed to do. Okay, and that takes time. But when it's an adult or a teenager and you tell them, hey, I'm going to use my grandson for instance. I come in the house and I say, hey, I need you to clean up your room. All right, Ma. Then I come back 2 days later, room's still not clean. I need you to clean your room. I'm going to get it done. I'm sorry. And they still don't get it done. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm going to get it done. And I'm just using this as an example, y'all. Okay? Every day saying, I'm sorry, is not going to change the situation. You have to change the situation. You have to change the way you act. You have to change the way you perceive things. Okay? Now, if he would have came in, I would come in and he'd say, I'm sorry, Ma, I cleaned up my room. I'm sorry for not doing it when you asked me to do it, but I did it, and I apologize. Okay? I can accept that. Okay? But if I come in and it's a week, and you haven't cleaned up your room, and you constantly telling me, I'm sorry, I'm going to get to it. I don't want to accept the apology. That means you're doing this on purpose because you know what I've asked you to do, and you need to get it done. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm just using that example, with a child, so people can get a little understanding of what I'm saying, Now, when an adult, say somebody call you a bitch, and women shouldn't be called out their names, not at all. However, there's still men that's out here that does it, And do we have to accept apology? Yes, but we don't have to forget what you've done. That's the difference. Do we have to deal with you? No. But we need to accept the apology for ourselves. Okay? And then people need to learn how to apologize. There's a lot of people out here that do some rough stuff to people, y'all. Y'all were like with me. I'm going to use myself, for instance, in this industry. Okay? People have dogged me around. Okay? Kicked me in a corner. And I still smile every day. And they won't say sorry. And they know they've done wrong. And they refuse to say sorry. So with those type of people, you just let them go. Because you already know how they coming. They just have no remorse for anything that they do. So you let them go and you stay away from them. Those are the wicked pack. That's what we call them. Those are the wicked pack. For a person that can't acknowledge what they've done wrong and come to you and apologize and allow you to accept their apology, even whether you deal with them or not. Okay? We have to pay attention to these type of people. Now, I have a lot of people around me. They'll do some negative things and they apologize, but then the first thing they say is, I'm not perfect. Well, ain't none of us perfect. This is why Jesus Christ died on the cross, because he knew that we was all going to make mistakes. But some of the mistakes that you're making is a repeated mistake. So now God is telling me that you're wicked, because God gives everybody a chance. This is why Jesus Christ died on the cross. because he wanted to give us chances, because he knew that we were weak to society. Okay? So, with that being said, we have to learn how to apologize to people and accept apologies. You know, I had a woman that knew nothing about me. Okay? Nothing about me. Didn't know my status of life. Didn't know where I've been. Don't know how much money I've made, how many people I've taken care of. And she came down on me. And she had the same skin color as me. To this day, she still haven't apologized. And to this day, I won't deal with her. I won't talk to her. I won't look at her. If she got hit by a bus, I'll keep on walking. Because she didn't have that initiative to come to me and say, you know what, I was wrong and I apologize. Sometimes this is how we have to deal with people. You know? And it's sad. But this is what it is. Because of the way people think. They always want to judge, mislead, lie, cheat, mistreat, instead of just being honest and upfront with a person. You know, I give everybody one chance. Everybody. I don't care who you are. You can be a person that they tell me you're a straight devil. And I'm going to give you a chance. Because I'm going to give you that chance to turn a leaf with God. Because if everybody's saying that you're no good, believe me, you know you're no good. But sometime in life, God will set people in your life to give you that one more chance. Okay? And if you don't do what you're supposed to do, this is when he starts to attack. And then you're saying, why? He don't attack through people. He attacked through things that he know that you have no control over, so you can see the reality of things. Okay, just like this morning, I felt like I was under attack because he wanted me to help this woman. Because I kept looking at her posts every single day. And I've gotten so tired of helping people and they give me their butt to kiss. How many times I went to bed hungry from helping people? And I really couldn't help these people. But I did it anyway. And then they turn around and give me their butt to kiss. And then who's hurt in the end? I'm hurt. So I was looking at this woman and I'm saying, you know, I want to help her, but nah, I'm not doing it. Because I'm tired of being hurt. I'm tired of extending my arm. You know? And then people turn around and kick you like you're a dog. You get tired. You know? But God gave me confirmation. This is the one. I need you to help her. He called on me. And I must fulfill. And I tell people all the time, when God wants you to do something, he makes it easy, not hard. Now y'all seen, y'all heard it. Okay, I'm sitting here. Okay, this woman is in Virginia. And I just got a call about my grandson from an organization that said, we'll be willing to help. Because this is what we do. You see how easy God made that for me? I ain't even got to put in that much work today. He said, daughter, we're going to make this easy. I just needed you to do your part. And once you do your part, I got this. Okay? That's how God works. And I try to tell y'all this every day, all the time when I'm talking on Facebook, when I'm on Instagram. And y'all know y'all can follow me on Facebook at Jacqueline Richardson. Y'all can follow me on Facebook at Miss JJ Diamond. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Miss JJ Diamond or Miss JJ Entertainment, Private Friend Incorporated. I don't get on all of the platforms because it's only me. It's not easy. So I'll be, jiggling back and forth, One platform I mean, one page may get one thing and another page may get something else. So yeah, it's a little confusing, y'all, until I can get me a staff. I just haven't gotten there yet. But for right now, it's just me, you know. But when I see something and God repeatedly shows it to me, I follow. And this is why I'm blessed. And like I said, anything that he puts his hands on, he makes it easy. He makes it easy. And he just gave me that confirmation again. And I'm saying to myself, like, he at work again. He needs some blessings to go to Virginia and New York. And he had to work through me. He had to come all the way down to North Carolina in order for these blessings to be distributed. Do you see how God works? Sometimes that's how it happens. It ain't always the people that surround you that can help. Sometimes God needs to make connections. And this is what he's done. You know, so people, I just want y'all to learn how to analyze situations before y'all react. You know, I'm going to tell y'all real quick. I had a situation with a friend of mine, long-time friend of mine. And she just don't get why I don't deal with her. You know what I mean? And I gave her a second chance to understand where I was coming from. You know, even after the fact. You know what I mean? And she just couldn't get it. She just couldn't get it. And I no longer deal with her. I don't hate her. But you haven't apologized for what you've done wrong, and you feel like you haven't done anything wrong. So if I got to be around a person that feel like they haven't done anything wrong when they know they've done something wrong, that's not a good looking feeling for me. That's an uneasy feeling for me. Who wants to be on an uneasy feeling dealing with a person? And then I've dealt with this with you for years upon years upon years. And all I'm asking is for apology. I shouldn't have to tell you to apologize to me when you know you was wrong. And I've told you that you was wrong and you still felt like you wasn't wrong. So yeah, you know, this is what people do. And when people do these things, you just get away from them. Just stay away from them. You can keep it cordial. You don't have to fight and be on the, oh, I don't like this person, blah, 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 you know, telling the world. Just don't deal with them. That's the way it works. And eventually, one day, they will see. And sometimes it be too late, but they will see. So, put it in your heart. If you do something wrong, once again, we know that we are not perfect. Okay, we are not perfect people. We wasn't born to be perfect. And this is why Jesus Christ shedded blood for us. Okay, so with that being said, we know we make mistakes. But when we make mistakes, it's like we bow down to God and ask for forgiveness. We can ask that individual for forgiveness as well. To clear your heart, to clear your soul. And then for those that feel like they needed an apology and didn't want to accept it, let them live with that. You've done your part. Okay? But in reality, they do need to accept the apology. Like I said, once again, it doesn't mean that I have to deal with you. I have to sleep with you. I have to be around you. But you know you've cleared your soul. This thing is deeper than just being a person, people. We have souls. And y'all need to understand that. And if your soul is not at peace, you're not at peace. You know, and sometimes, I just want to throw this out there too. Sometimes people go through things with other people, just like with myself today. Okay? Where I've been through so many people hurting me and you know, me dishing out monies and giving people this and giving people that, and I just get kicked in my butt, you know. sometimes we go through so much with people, and this is my lesson for the day. This is what God needed to show me. You know what I mean? Because let me tell you something. Every day is a day of learning. You never stop learning. Okay? And God said, daughter, I know you've been through some things. I know you have. Because I've been right here to pick you up. However, I need you again. Now, I'll handle that person if they don't do right by you. But I need you to do right by them. And your soul is going to rest at ease. Okay? When we talk about soul resting people, we're not talking about dead. Okay? There's two different type of soul resting. Okay? When your soul is at rest, you're at peace. Okay? Then you have people that die and their soul is at rest, real rest. So they, But our soul rests while we're alive, and that means that you're at peace. Where you're happy. People say to me, you're always smiling. You're always having a good time because my soul is at peace. I'm happy. You be making music? Yeah, because I'm happy. My soul is at peace. But then when my soul is in an outrage, and see, this is the thing too. Y'all know I meditate. When you meditate, uneasy feelings come to you easier because your soul is at rest. So that one little mishap can make you feel very uneasy. Okay, and you're like, I don't like this feeling, so I got to shake this off. I got to get to the bottom of this so I can delete this feeling and let my soul go back to rest so I can be happy. And it's called emotions. It's part of our emotions, y'all. But this is what we have to do. Especially when you want to keep your emotions and your soul happy, free of negative vibes. You want to have good vibes and good feelings all through the day out. What we go throughout our day determines how we're going to feel by the night when we lay down to rest. Okay? And if you want to rest good, anything that we've been throughout that day is going to haunt us at night. So this is why we need to make sure any mishaps that we have throughout that day, we settle them. I heard this minister say, you're supposed to settle everything before sunset. And I believe in that. Try to settle things before sunset. Because if it's not settled, it's going to eat at you all night until that next day. Okay? So these are people that have a soul. Because then we have some of these people out here that has dead souls. They just don't feel anything. They're just straight cold. I'm cold to an extent when it comes to pain and sacrificing. Because, excuse me, I've sacrificed a lot. However, for certain things, I'm not cold because I'm a human being. And that's just what it is. These allergies has had it again, y'all. I got to get up, take allergy pills. I got to take care of me first before I take care of anybody else. So I got to make sure I get up, take my allergy pills. I need to work out. But I'm going to put the working out back so I can try to find my grandson, and, that's what I got to do. So I got some work ahead of me today, and that's just what it is. This is what God has laid out for me today, and I have to follow. I have to be obedient, and do what he asked me to do. This is Jacqueline Richard Simmons, JJ Diamond, Jackie, Deja, whatever y'all call me. I love y'all all, and I will be talking to y'all tomorrow, maybe. No, I'm going to try to get on tomorrow. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon.